Hi kids, Kremmen here. You remember last time, still marooned on the mud planet, I received a very important message from Earth.
I have my husband with me. He shares all my ideals and all my affection for you.
I suddenly felt an attack of land of hope and gloriness. I rose to my full 6'8", turned to Narg, leader of the Mudmen, and spoke. How often do the Thargoids come to collect supplies of radioactive mud for their reactors?
There is a shuttle coming tomorrow.
How many guards are on board?
Only one, but he's heavily armed.
He's right, Captain. Huh? Those shuttle guards carry grunge bombs. Grunge bombs, huh? Never fear. I have a plan. We sat around for the rest of the night, reviewing our situation, while the Mudmen had their evening meal. Deep-fried ribs of mud with mud dressing, followed by mud madeleine and mixed mud from the trolley.
Oh, Captain, I think I'm gonna be ill.
No, wait, Carla, don't go.
Why?
I have an idea. Listen.
Hey, that's terrific.
Oh, it was nothing. You should hear the one that goes... That night, we decided not to sleep in the cave, but to venture out on what I was sure was to be our last night in the mud mines. As we stepped out into the night, the stars came out in heavenly splendor. Carla snuggled up to my vast, hairy, heaving chest, and together we turned the darkness into cosmic bliss. Well, why ever not? Stay tuned, Space Groovers, and dig part 2 of your sexy, silly stereo space serial in the Kenny Everett video show. Remember how, in part 1, Captain Kremmen and Carla had just celebrated their last night on the mud planet. Afterwards, we sat behind a rock and had a smoke. Well, that was pretty good, huh, Carla?
Oh, it was magnificent, Captain.
Yeah, it's difficult to improve on perfection, but somehow I always seem to manage it. Oh, Carla, I've got to give up this brand. The next day, we eagerly awaited the arrival of the shuttle, which came to collect all the radioactive mud for the Thargoid furnaces to keep the evil swines in power. It arrived on time and landed just near the cave. The door slid open. Out came the guard, pointed his grunge gun at us, and bellowed,
Load the shuttle, you insignificant, mealy-mouthed scum!
While the Mudmen obeyed the command, Carla whipped out some elastic from her space suspenders.
Here, Captain.
I plopped a fat, juicy mud pie in it and aimed it at the guard. Take this, fiend! He reeled back as his big green eyes sizzled in agony.
I've got his gun, Captain.
Professor!
Yes, Captain.
Get all the Mudmen aboard. We're gonna need their help.
Right away.
Once we'd loaded all the Mudmen, I took off. As we approached the planet, I had to steer carefully, as all around it were poised atom bombs from Earth just hanging there, mission uncompleted.
Oh, Captain, you're so brave and stuff.
It's nothing, Carla. Hand me a fag, will you?
But, Captain, you know what
Just
they
a slight attack of space nerves.
No.
Boy, wait till the Thargoids see what's in the hold.
Here.
They'll freak. Hi, kids. Kremmen here. You remember last time what happened when the mud shuttle arrived from Thargoidia? It arrived on time and landed just near the cave. The door slid open. Out came the guard, pointed his grunge gun at us, and bellowed,
Load the shuttle, you insignificant, mealy-mouthed scum!
While the Mudmen obeyed the command, Carla whipped out some elastic from her space suspenders.
Here, Captain.
I plopped a fat, juicy mud pie in it and aimed it at the guard. Take this, fiend! He reeled back as his big green eyes sizzled in agony.
I've got his gun, Captain.
Professor!
Yes, Captain.
Get all the mudmen aboard. We're gonna need their help.
Right away.
Once we'd loaded all the mudmen, I took off. As we approached the planet, I had to steer carefully, as all around it were poised atom bombs from Earth, just hanging there, mission uncompleted.
Oh, Captain, you're so brave and stuff.
It's nothing, Carla. However, I must say I'm having difficulty managing to drive this thing. Full stern ahead, engine room.
Earth are depending on us, Captain.
I know, Carla. One false move on my part now, and it'll be the biggest disaster since a hydrogen bomb fell on Tony Blackburn's head and did 50p's worth of damage.
Well, space fans, this is it. Can Kremmen save the universe? Find out in part 2 of the Kenny Everett video show.
Hi kids, Kremmen again. Remember in part 1, we were poised above Thargoidia, ready to drop the big one. Below us, through the orange clouds, we could see the Thargoid capital. Towering shafts of steel and glass, light bridges, silver domes glinting in the sunshine. And up ahead, half hidden by a giant skyscraper, was Gort's palace.
Well, Captain, what are your plans?
Well, Doc, I could drop our payload of radioactive mud all over the palace roof.
But, Captain, that would give us away. As soon as it hit the roof, they'd suss it was us and pull the lever, switching off the invisible shield.
She's right, Captain. Or else the bombs would fall through on top of us all.
It's not that we mind dying, do we, Doctor?
Well, maybe a little teensy, bitsy, tiny, weeny bit.
It's you, Captain. The universe can't afford to lose you, with all your bravery and muscles. No, Captain. You must live on to guide all peoples of goodwill towards the goal of ultimate destiny and hope, towards a new beginning and a golden tomorrow. And anyway, you can't die. You're the only astronaut to have seen the far side of Demis Roussos.
Moon Shuttle, commence landing procedure. Commence landing procedure.
Okay, folks, this is it.
Oh, dear.
Carla, pass me that grunge gun.
Okay, here it is, but be careful. It's got a charge of 50 megathrobs.
This is gonna be a fight to the death. I'm gonna reduce this planet to a barren, desolate wilderness entirely devoid of life. A deep shudder in the bowels of the ship told me we'd landed. Open the hatch, Doc. Stay behind me, Carla. This is gonna be ugly.
Oh, golly, by the cringing remnants of Thargo, the Nargled Thwark. What's gonna happen next? Get your TV insured against grunge fire in time for the next thrilling episode.